Okay, first that was Senate Majority Leader John Thune swiftly saying no to Democrats' new list of ICE restrictions. The list is getting bigger, calling it unserious. And then that was Democrat Senator Mark Warner saying yes, many do agree that Joe Biden collapsed the border. Also, Minneapolis Mayor Frye talking about how ICE was let into jails under Barack Obama, that is a reasonable thing to do. Let's bring in Fox News legal analyst Gregg Jarrett. We love having Gregg Jarrett on. Greg, what do you make of this fight over the Democrats' expanding new list for ICE restrictions? ICE, by the way, was already given $75 billion for over 4 years under the big, beautiful bill. But John Thune is saying no to this.
Well, as he should. I mean, look, amid the constant verbal attacks by Democrats against ICE, all the ugly rhetoric, that's only incentivized the now 1,300% increase in assaults against ICE agents. It's harassment, intimidation, incitement under the phony guise of free speech. And now Democrats want to handcuff ICE under threat of defunding Homeland Security, forcing agents to obtain judicial warrants, for example, instead of administrative warrants, which is the current law, would effectively end deportations because liberal federal judges would summarily refuse to issue them regardless of the facts. And that is exactly, Liz, what Democrats want. They want a repetition of Biden's open borders policy where alien criminals, illegal migrants get special exemption to defy the law and stay here. You know, Senator Warner said, yeah, it was a crummy Biden policy, but they loved that policy. And by the way, I didn't hear Democrats complain or, protesters out on the street obstructing ICE when Obama deported up to 4 million people during his 8 years in office. Trump tries to do it, and, all hell breaks loose.
So the Senate Republicans really step up because of and back what Senator Eric Schmitt is saying in this new massive Senate legislation. Defund sanctuary cities. They act like a law unto themselves. Defund nonprofits and NGOs backing violations of federal law. It would also make it a felony to cross illegally and make assaulting federal agents a federal criminal offense. What do you think?
Right. Well, it actually reinforces current law. I wrote a column 9 years ago and several since then pointing out that these sanctuary cities are already violating existing laws. Cities have no right to offer sanctuary because immigration is a federal power, not state or local, and a law passed by Congress, signed by Bill Clinton, supported by most Democrats in 1996, forbids cities from ignoring or rejecting ICE detainer requests. The penalty is loss of federal funds. But it is also, Liz, a crime for cities to harbor or shield somebody here illegally, which is what many of these blue cities, including Minneapolis, have been doing. They are supporting and aiding and abetting lawbreaking. And for far too long, they've gotten away with it because the federal government hasn't strictly enforced those laws as they should have. So maybe this new law by Senator Schmitt, I think, is a good one, will be the ultimate answer, reinforcing and maybe making stronger the current law.
So interesting, Gregg Jarrett. We love having you on. That was really something. Yeah, you're right. Immigration is under the federal government's purview. Gregg Jarrett, you're wonderful. Thanks for being on.